So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a layer group here. And I'm going to turn off, before I do that actually, I'm going to turn off these things so it's a little easier to see what we've got. So if you remember, this little unit that we made here is just that letter R that we cut up combined with that. They're not really combined, they're just lying on top of each other. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and put them into a layer group. And a layer group is just a folder. And here's the new folder button here, group 1. And we'll call this Jaggy R. And I'm going to take these and just drag and drop them into the folder there, and I'll close that up so I don't get confused here. Now it didn't change the way that this looked, it just regrouped them into the Jaguar folder. Now I'm going to make a copy of that, and it's the same thing I would do for making a copy of an individual layer. Drag and drop it onto the new layer button. There we go. And now I can, with that layer, that group selected, I can use my move tool. It will move the whole thing as a unit. So now I've got 2 of those. Okay. Very nifty. And now I'm going to open up this layer down here, this group rather, sorry. And I'm going to select my top R here, the R to cut copy. And I'm going to change it from luminosity to normal. And we've got a color here. Now what if I want to change this color? Well, if it's a type layer, I can just go ahead and double click it and change the color up here in the options. But I can't do that for a type layer that's been rasterized. So what I have to do is go up here to Image, Adjustments, Hue, Saturation, or Command U. Now we get this lovely dialog box here. And we'll go into this a lot more later on, but I just wanted to give you a quick preview here that for changing, this is basically a solid color. I'm just going to go ahead and click the Colorize box here, and you can see it's already changed the color here. And I'm just going to slide my hue slider around until I get into the hue range, which is color. Hue means color. So if I want this to be kind of a yellow, that's fine. And then I'll crank the saturation up, and saturation means intensity or purity of the color. So if I totally desaturate it, it'll just be a gray. And then I'm going to adjust the lightness or darkness of the color. Okay. Then I think I might as well change this one too. So what's beneath it, by double-clicking on that, since I haven't rasterized this layer, I can go ahead and choose a different color here. Okay. And now with the folder or the layer group selected, I can do a free transform that will affect all of the layers in that group, which is very handy. So it's like that. I can turn my other layers back on so I can see where I want to put this in my composition. And now with that selected, I can also free transform. Command T is the shortcut. Do a rotation on this. Return. Throw that into the maelstrom there. So that's how you can use layer groups to give you some extra mileage. And I might as well show you this right now as well. I can also take my layer group here and merge the group, Command E. And what happens is, see how it's a folder? When I hit merge group, it's no longer a folder, it's now just a layer with that. It's all one layer. And why would I want to do that? Well, basically if I wanted to do this, you know, kind of cutting thing. Maybe I'll do this. I'll take the polygon lasso here. Lasso. Click and hold down, and then choose polygon lasso. And now let's say I want to cut a chunk out of this, some irregular shaped chunk. Make a selection, move tool, and now I can move the whole thing. And deselect, Command D, or select deselect. And so now I've got this chunked up R here that I can move around. And I think that's about it for this type assignment. I hope you guys have fun doing it. Just get into it and let yourself go crazy. Make sure you're always saving your work. And I would also suggest saving multiple copies of your work, you know, type 01, type 02, type 03 as you're working. Just makes it a little less likely that you accidentally screw something up when you didn't realize it. So anyway, I hope you guys have fun with this assignment, and type on.